said I got this, none of this radio pop shit. I dropped this, turning back the clock to rock shit. I cop it, said knock knock, I'm on this. I'm hot bitch, like a hot bitch, the top I lock in, I got this, radio drop this. Hot shit, just watch this, I fucking promise. Troll it, do not miss your chance to cop this. Will you capture it, or just let it slip? Oh, they say I wanna be in, cause my rap is tight. No, really, they just give a fuck that I ain't black and white. I'm not anyone else, man, I'm one of a kind. So sit back, relax, and listen one more time. I said I got this, none of this radio pop shit. I dropped this, turning back the clock to rock shit. I cop it, said knock knock, I'm on this. I'm hot bitch, like a hot bitch, the top lit. I said I got this, none of this radio pop shit. I dropped this, turning back the clock to rock shit. I cop it, said knock knock, I'm on this. I'm hot bitch, like a hot bitch, the top lit. I love the girls that fuck with my music. Getting referrals from the girls, love to booze it. Party and lose it, that's the life I'm choosing. Not losing, that's my 2 cents, so use it. You know I'm back, as a matter of fact. I'm better than ever, never been better. I know that, I wrote that. Sipping on some coke and no jack. Could stare and bitch and take a pic. Kodak, I threaten the game, cause money and fame, they don't affect my brain. It's fucking all the same. I'm sick of hearing about these Insta names with Insta fame. Take a pic, sick, you're lame. A quick fix to shame. You lick dick for fame. A thick chick is slain. A chick picked too late. I think I've gone insane. I think I've lost my brain. And honestly, I'm a motherfucking novelty. I said I got this, none of this radio pop shit. I dropped this, turning back the clock to rock shit. I cop it, said knock knock, I'm on this. I'm hot bitch, like a hot bitch, the top lit. And I got this, none of this radio pop shit. I dropped this, turning back the clock to rock shit. I cop it, said knock knock, I'm on this. I'm hot bitch, like a hot bitch, the top lit.
Okay, I don't know where the music went. I had it on here, but it's gone. So we'll just start like this.
I wrecked them.
So I don't know where it went. I had it on here earlier, so it disappeared on me.
Why is it?
We are experiencing technical difficulties.
We always have technical difficulties on some.
Once again.
Welcome, Motor Cop Chronicles Podcast, Midweek News. I don't know if Olster is not hearing us or what. He's got this look on his face.
The episode is showing up as last week's episode with me, you, and Freebird.
What do you mean?
On the Facebook? I'm not seeing.
Let me look.
Hang on. Here, let me see what I sent to Mel.
No, I'm seeing us on Facebook.
Okay.
You seeing it right on Facebook?
Let me pull it.
I'm looking at it.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
You're just confused.
I'm very confused, as usual. I like that little pink bicycle. It's got one of them little squeaky horns.
Hello, Anastasia. Yeah, Melissa, your husband was just messing stuff up. I apologize for my voice. As y'all know, if y'all listen to Liberty Freedom Whiskey, I was out sick. This is the remnants of it, so you have to excuse the scratchiness of my voice.
Hey, Anastasia. Hey, babe.
Go like, subscribe, share it to your enemies, your frenemies, and all that other good stuff. Hello, Sarah. And as y'all can see, we got a special guest, Doc Holiday's here. Wave to the people. Doc Holiday. Live.
Dick Holiday, get your phone out your face.
You don't need to see my face.
And not on loop, really live. The Box A here, and Freebird had dropped some seed off, and he's off to pick it up and out of town. So if you need to know what I'm talking about, go look at I'll have to post that. Y'all have to see it. But yeah, what's up,
Dan?
Dan? You vet?
I bet you won't make it to the end of the episode.
Who?
Dan. He'll be back in Facebook jail.
Don't get put back in Facebook jail. Oh, look, the unknown user. Probably Robert is here. I don't know why it says unknown.
No, the one that says howdy is Kimber Tomlinson.
Oh, I don't know why it's showing unknown. Well, hello, Kimber.
Oh, I could definitely hang out with Freebird. I'd be playing with them doggies.
Well, everybody, look, next week, Freebird is going to be in Tennessee. So
Come take his laptop with
if
him.
you're in Tennessee, y'all be on the lookout for the Freebird. If you need to, just look for hard nipples.
I'm always on the lookout for hard nipples.
All right.
So we'll get it started. The first thing we're going to talk about, of course, everybody
Hello, Kimber.
is heard about is the mass shooting they had
In Chicago, of all places.
Yeah. Emily says, hello, Doc. In Chicago. I am so shocked to have
Hey, Emily.
any shootings in Chicago.
The problem is this dude should have popped because he had so many issues. Hell, his rap music's about shooting people in public.
You know, I didn't listen to any songs. Let me throw the videos up. I got 2 short videos. What's up, Aaron? And we'll talk about it after that.
Tonight, an alleged gunman's in custody over that mass shooting in Chicago, Illinois. 6 people dead, 24 injured. The victims fired at a 4th of July parade. NBC correspondent Jay Gray is in Highland Park for us this evening. Jay, thanks for joining us. What are we learning about the alleged shooter?
Well, right now, considered a person of interest. No formal charges, though he is being called the alleged shooter here. Still locked down.
The dude looks like
Looks like a cartoon.
looks like a freaking troll or something. Did y'all see it?
Yeah, something out
Go
of
back. There he is. Look at him. I mean,
He definitely looks like somebody that would shoot up a crowd.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see some of the pictures that they had of him earlier? There's like 6 or 7 different pictures. Let me see if I can find it. I'll show
I got some I got 2 different pictures of him on here. He yeah, this dude here is horrible looking. He's just
Like the poor boy needs a sandwich.
he needs,
I love how they allegedly.
yeah. So let me finish it.
Who lived here in Highland Park, Illinois, a northern suburb of Chicago. Investigators looking into what they describe as a extensive and very disturbing social media footprint online that includes tributes to mass shootings as well as public killings. He talks extensively online about murder, suicide, as well as death. Again, this one of the focuses in what is an ongoing investigation and includes the area here on the ground that is still locked down. One other quick note. We said he's a local. His father actually ran for mayor here in 2019, did not win that election, so his family well known in this community.
Jay, I want to play this response from the Illinois governor. It really stood out to us.
While we celebrate the 4th of July just once a year, mass shootings have become our weekly,
Oh,
yes,
for fuck's sake.
weekly
What a
American tradition.
Jay, would you...
It's like a Chicago tradition, huh?
Yeah, that's a
It's just
daily
shooting
tradition.
period over there, right, Aaron?
What a bunch of shit stains.
Yeah, but how many? I mean, come on. Aren't they having like mass shootings on the daily? The problem is that it's not a white guy doing it.
Yeah.
So they never cover it.
It's I think if any more 3 or 4 people are shot, it's considered a mass shooting.
Right.
Yeah, that's everywhere. All over. I mean, but it's the gun's fault. You notice
Hey, well, they're already outlawed there in fucking Chicago.
you notice
Wasn't there 8
I
of
got,
them that were shot this weekend and 5 killed? Just in regular Chicago?
yeah, oh yeah, I mean,
Likely.
And yeah, I mean, in just one shooting, they weren't reporting that one though. You know, that's the way that.
But they said his dad wanted to run for mayor or something like that. From what I understood, the people were always having to call his aunts and stuff like that to come pick up this kid at school because his parents didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
There were so many red flags that this dude should have been stonewalled a year ago.
Yeah, and I guess on your social media site, if you're talking about shooting stuff up and killing cops and committing suicide and all of that, that's, you know, I wouldn't guess that would be a red flag. You know, I guess that would probably, you know, I guess me saying that, you know, that the president's an idiot, that's a bigger flag.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Well, especially if you say that you want to kill a sitting president or a senator, that's fine. But, you know, like when they were talking about, holding down Trump and cutting his throat in Times Square, nobody fucking ever came and talked to those people.
Yeah.
All right.
What the fuck are you doing?
Fixing his camera.
Wow, what's it doing?
Nothing.
Well, nothing. I was doubled.
Nothing now. I got it. Okay, got a text message. Technical difficulties. Let's finish up. You notice, JoJo's, I guess, probably working, but I actually used Australian news because you got to go to Australia to get the news more truthful than you got to do with American news.
Crikey, mate.
Of the sentiment over in the US right now?
No question. I think a lot of people are
their
very
accents better.
frustrated,
Yeah,
yet this
killing
continues to
everyone.
happen. As the governor said, on a near weekly basis, this area just the latest. A lot of people wondering what they can do to help and being told that the only way to change this is by changing the laws. And the only way to do that is through the election.
Laws are not going to
As you
fix
know,
this.
as so
We already
many
have the
know,
most strenuous
we see
laws in the
these,
fucking
mass
nation.
shootings just over and over again with little change.
And this is Jay Gray in Illinois.
Like I said, that's not going to help it whatsoever, changing that laws. It's just...
I'm glad that what I thought was going to happen that night didn't. Because I totally expected him to, after he did this and fled, I anticipated him to go to a 4th of July, shooting fireworks off and do it at nighttime and start popping people. And that would have been atrocious. Yeah. And they said he had plans to do that in Wisconsin.
No. Well...
Why would you want to kill anybody in Wisconsin?
He don't like cheese.
Cheese is good. Here's another little short one. Now, this is a sad situation, but when I show this video, the police chief that's talking, y'all tell me who y'all think he looks like.
But we do believe Carino pre-planned this attack for several.
Y'all see him?
That's hard for me to see.
Yeah. Well.
Looks like Freebird.
No, he does not look like Freebird.
Looks like the guy on...
he looks like one of the Baldwin brothers.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one. The one that
didn't shoot somebody.
Yeah, the one that's like not a big... The one that played Barney Rubble on the Flintstone movie.
Oh, okay.
I know who you're talking about.
That's showing you age, man. I remember that movie.
But that's what he looks like.
Billy Baldwin? Was it?
No, that's not Billy. I don't remember what his name is, but he looks just like him. Stephen Baldwin. There you go. Yes. Yes, that's exactly. I mean, they could be twins right here.
To me, they're all kind of retarded.
But they could be twins. I mean, look at it.
Yeah.
Weeks. He brought a high-powered rifle to this parade.
All right. I've heard this several times. I heard this on another podcast I was listening to this morning. And then they're talking about he brought a high-powered rifle.
I kept saying it's going to be a 22.
Is there such thing as a low-powered rifle?
A BB gun.
Well, what's the muzzle velocity of a 22?
I'd rather get a high-powered rifle than a 22.
Yeah, no doubt. At least if a 270 hits you somewhere in the upper...
It's going to go through you at least.
Yeah, I don't think...
I'm just thinking about it. I mean, they keep saying high power. I mean, I want to know what the low powered rifles are like. Is it like a, I don't know, a Red Rider? I mean,
a muzzle loader.
Let me tell you what that's going to do some damage. Let's see pictures here. We're talking about this high-powered rifle.
Well, that's what I'm
Police
saying.
in Highland Park on Tuesday said the
What?
Well, yeah, everybody says 223 is like a high-powered. No, dude, it's not a 308. It's not a 7.62 round. I mean, those are heavy damage rounds. Yeah, a 22 with subsonics, but even a 22 moves at 1,125 feet per second. That's higher power than I can hit you with.
Well, I mean, a 9mm can blow you lung, clean out your back.
out
So
your
I
back.
flat out said that in the car with Mel when we were hearing this. I bet you it was a 9mm.
yeah,
Yeah, everybody I've shot blew their backs completely out of them.
9mm are dangerous.
Yeah. What a
We don't have to watch the whole video.
chose.
This man shot. How is it? Was it 6 people died, or is it went up?
I think it is 6.
And I think
And
what
countless others are in the hospital. I mean,
30
dozens
or
and dozens.
30 or 40
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
in the hospital.
I mean, thank God the guy wasn't
This could have
better
been.
fucking trained.
This could have been like way worse.
Well, they said that he was spraying and praying. They said that it sounded like machine gun fire. So he was just he wasn't aiming. And there was that many people there that he just.
This behind us is actually from there. It's kind of sad. You got crime scene with all the bicycles.
Kids' bicycles.
I mean, this could have been 100 times worse. So, thank goodness. He was a horrible shot. Like I said.
The one of the bigger things too is that they let the guy give up.
Yeah.
That's
He said he wanted to murder suicide.
that's
Why did you give it to him?
Yeah, that's.
Well,
I hate that.
if y'all had listened to my Into Watch one, they had several. We had a lot of cops killed by bad guys over last month, and 90% of the bad guys were taken alive. Why I think you get more cops getting shot and more bad guys getting arrested for it and not getting shot is because the cops are too afraid to pull the trigger now.
Yeah, they're scared.
They too afraid that they're going to go to jail and they're getting killed because of it.
Well, did you hear that? That was part of that Uvalde investigation. Is now one of the officers they were questioning, the state was questioning, stated that he asked permission to terminate the individual walking into the school with a gun, and nobody responded.
Well,
Why the fuck?
why did
need
you ask?
permission?
Yeah, he'd have had a shot up ass.
I'm sorry, but I'll tell you what. In that type of situation, I would rather ask for forgiveness than beg for permission. Okay.
Well, people so worried. I mean, a lot of these places more worried about going to prison now for doing the job. Hello, JoJo. We just watched some Down Under news about America. You missed it.
Yeah. I used to watch BBC because they were fucking better news.
That's
than
not why
most any-
you just thought it was about something else. That's why you walked right into it.
Well, they had
I
better
have
news.
stories of BBC.
So we understand that you like the
Green apple
BBC.
slushies.
All right.
Actually, I
just
think I
look it up.
told a story about the
yeah.
BBC on this podcast.
Holstera. We got the next one is for you, and I got 2 pictures. Are you ready?
The gunman fired over 70 rounds at July 4th parade.
No.
7 killed.
This was just all of that. Go on to the Arizona one. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Arizona man shot his girlfriend to death after his truck collided with a compact car. What? Was he in the passenger seat and got pissed off? After a collision between his Dodge truck and a compact Kia Soul, an Arizona man exited the vehicle and fatally shot his girlfriend, according to police. Wow, he really liked his truck. Jim, 45, has been arrested for first-degree murder after he allegedly, no, he fucking did it,
Yeah,
killed
man.
Jessica Garcia, 36. Officers said they responded on Friday afternoon to the intersection of East 5th Street and North Wilmot Road regarding initial reports of a 2-car crash. On July 1st, 2022, at approximately 1:52, officers from Operation Division East responded to the intersection of East 5th Street and North Wilmot Road. For the initial report of a two-vehicle collision involving a Dodge truck and a Kia Soul, police said. Before officers arrived on the scene, witnesses observed a male adult exit the truck and left the area on foot. The first officer at the scene found a woman, Garcia, unresponsive with apparent signs of having been shot. She was taken with life-threatening injuries to St. Joseph's Hospital, where she was pronounced dead shortly after arrival, officers said. Next of kin was notified of her passing, police said. The two people in the Kia were taken to St. Joseph's as well with non-life-threatening injuries, police said. Additionally, officers arrived on the scene and set a perimeter which allowed officers to locate the adult male in a nearby yard where he was detained. They identified him as Gorley. They determined he was driving the Dodge truck during the crash, then shot Garcia when he was leaving the vehicle. What the fuck?
It's a hell of a breakup.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
I mean, I would, dude, if I was in the Kia, I would have been like, no, bro, it ain't that fucking serious. Oh, my God.
So it was his ex-girlfriend?
No, she was.
It is now.
Was in the truck with him, so I guess it was his girlfriend at the time. He ran, and he was driving. He ran into the Kia Soul, shot her, got out and left.
But they didn't say they heard the shots.
So maybe she was already dead.
It's possible. Maybe that's why he crashed.
Could be. He
Might
already
be.
popped her.
That might be the soul of the story.
Yeah, could be. Already
Detectives from the homicide unit were contacted and responded to continue the investigation, police said, based on interviews and evidence collected at the scene.
Probably got tired of listening to her bullshit.
Detectives learned that Mr. Gorley was driving the Dodge truck at the time of the collision. After the collision, Mr. Gorley was exiting the vehicle when he shot his girlfriend, Miss Garcia, before leaving the scene. Police did not suggest an alleged motive.
Maybe it was an accident.
Yeah, you just accidentally, yeah.
I mean, he does have earrings in his face like they missed or something.
No, those are fucking dermals.
Well,
Is what?
Called a dermal piercing. Like,
What the fuck is that?
people get them, like when you have, like I have the dimple. People would put like a diamond in the middle of the dimple.
No, but he's got two on one side of his face and one on the other in his cheek.
What they do is they essentially slice the skin, put the bar in, and twist it, and then once it heals up, it's stuck in there forever.
Why?
the fuck is wrong with people?
Well, I mean, I don't know why a guy would do it. Usually a female, like I said, would put them under dimples.
Well, that one he's got over on one side of his face, it almost looks like a big ass blackhead hole or something in his face.
Right.
It
probably had a diamond at one point and lost it.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure this is a glamour shot, but she looked like a nice looking girl. I mean,
well, I thought she was driving and he got so fucking pissed off she crashed the truck that he shot her. That would have made more sense.
You're right, Dan. That dude got some serious anger issues.
He probably had the red ass because she made him, because they were probably right in the middle of her bitching him out something. And he wasn't paying attention and ended up smashing the Kia. And then he was like, all right, bitch, this is what this is going to be up. And bada bing, bada boom.
Anastasia, there's a lot of people that have dermal piercings.
Aaron asked, did you start liking the BBC before or after you discovered your love for yogurt britches?
Before.
That's just...
I'm actually into green apple smoothies. Y'all should look it up.
No, don't ever look up anything that this man over here tells you to.
Oh, he can't be worse than 2 girls, 1 cup.
Don't ever look it up. We got Doc Holliday over here is going to talk about 3 teenagers that are.
Those are always my favorite.
The
misunderstood teenagers. Let's see. This story is from Bethesda, Maryland. 3 16-year-old DC kids were driving in a BMW SUV when they were spotted by Bethesda police, who recognized the BMW from the description of an attempted robbery a week earlier. The officer began to surveil the vehicle. I like that. Surveil. At some point in his following the suspects, the SUV slammed on its brakes, causing the officer to swerve to avoid hitting them. The telling officer said he heard gunshots as the vehicle drove around him. Someone in the vehicle fired another shot. The surveillance turned into a full pursuit at that point. The officer's car took at least 2 of the 4 shots. The officer was uninjured in the attack. He radioed for assistance, and I will be quoting what he says. "Give me the air, they're firing at us. Shots fired," the undercover officer said before asking the unit to put stop sticks near the Maryland 355 and I-495. "I want a helicopter in the air. Give me PG air." Blah, 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 blah. It started around 1:20 a.m. on Thursday, June the 30th. During the pursuit, the suspects lost control of the vehicle and the BMW wrecked in the vicinity of I-495 and Connecticut Avenue. 2 of them were immediately taken into custody, while the third tried to flee. He was apprehended a short time later with the assistance of Montgomery County Police K-9 units in Prince George County. Hey, I remember Prince George County. You remember the hurricane? Yeah, you do. 2010.
I can't remember what I ate for lunch.
What was the badass hurricane that hit this area?
Katrina.
Katrina?
No, Katrina didn't do nothing to this area.
Irma? No, that's not too
Andrew?
Gustav. Yeah, Prince George County. Some of their guys came over here. They wore them real pretty baby blue uniforms.
Oh, I was on special details. I didn't have none of them people work with me.
Oh. Well, I was too for a little bit, but police say the teens were arrested and charged with attempted murder of a police officer. It's likely they will face additional charges. And the travesty of that is that all 3 of them were alive after the car flipped.
And they'll all get out of jail one time they're 21 years old.
Yeah, probably before then, especially in Maryland.
Oh, yeah, they real woke over there.
Yeah.
The whole stare is just completely gone now.
It's kind of weird.
Did he hang up?
What? No, I'm here.
Well, you're invisible.
Oh, what the fuck? It'll come back eventually.
Yeah, you just kept playing with your shit too much, and that's what happened. So that... There he is. Can't make his mind up.
I've been out of police work since, 2019? That's when I retired, 2019. So, 3 years. It's been 3 years. And I don't miss it. Not one bit. Like...
You're right, Aaron.
None.
Well, I got about 3 years left, so then I might just be podcasting full time.
I've got so many deputy clients and stuff that come in and they're like, "Why don't you join up?" And I'm like, "Fuck no, not nowadays. It ain't the same, man. Shit has changed."
Let's see. I got some pictures on this one. 5 and 6 right here. There we go. These two fine gentlemen right here above my head.
Oh my God.
This is out of Chicago also.
What the fuck?
Chicago is just, we're going to have, instead of Florida man, we're going to have Chicago man. This man right here, I think his name's Malachi or Malik Lee, however you say it. Mm-hmm. He killed this fella right here and stuffed him into a refrigerator while he was out on bail for a carjacking case.
Hold up. Which one was on carjacking?
The guy right here.
Malik?
Yeah, Malik. An Illinois man has been arrested and charged for strangling to death a man in 2020. The suspect was out on bond for allegedly attempting to carjack someone shortly before the victim was murdered.
What? Okay. Like, what's up with the water in fucking Chicago? Aaron, are we missing something? That dude is the goofiest looking son of a bitch. I mean, like, he looks like he could have been the daddy of the gunman. Like, there's some ugly motherfuckers. Like, this is some backwoods Alabama inbred shit. That ain't normal.
Anyway, they took Malik Lee into custody for allegedly strangling Marcus Merge. This is Marcus right here. They had been in a dating relationship for a little while. What is more shocking is that Lee was currently out on bond for attempted carjacking less than a month before he murdered Mr. Merge.
Dan, that's fucked up.
Yeah, I know. Lee is not the only person that has committed murder while out on bond in the Democratic-run city. He's rather the 53rd in 2020 alone. In Chicago, 34 people murdered another 31 people, and another 31 people were attacked by those out on bond.
I love it.
It's a LBC, not a BBC.
Marge's death, they were aware of Marge's death after they responded to a residence after his body was discovered inside the refrigerator. As they began to investigate, they learned that the man suffered from an unnamed life-threatening illness as well as drug addiction. What the fuck is...
Well, how do they know that he killed him?
Because he's in the freezer.
They also learned that he had been in an intimate relationship with Mr. Lee.
So you think he was calling him out when he needed to use him?
Well, Mr. Merge liked the BBC also.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe they were just having, the guy panicked.
Maybe the dude farted on him while they were doing something. He didn't like it. Lee and Merge met roughly in 2019 and began their relationship. They were very much in love, sharing the man meat, and both would often meet for meals and do drugs together. That one man meat part I added in there.
I would have found it odd if this dude had a girlfriend, but he actually had a boyfriend.
Yeah. Anyway, they would eat and do drugs together. Merge was known to give money to both Lee and other members of his family until their relationship turned south.
What were they eating?
Dick.
Oscar Mayer wieners.
That BBC.
On the day when police believe Merge died, surveillance cameras in his apartment building on North Sheridan recorded he and Lee getting into an elevator together while arguing. "It's my turn to fuck you in the ass." "No, it's my turn." Merge was never seen alive after getting to the elevator again.
Sausage party gone wrong.
They were trying to make corn dogs. They were using a different type of batter.
Oh,
He
don't
dropped
you
that
ruin
hammer
McRibs for me,
on
Anastasia.
They believed that Lee and Merge continued to argue as they entered the apartment, and Lee struck him. It's like, "Come here." He grabbed his dick and hit him in the head with a whack.
You're going to take this cock and
Stop it.
Dick slapped
Stop
you.
it.
Causing him to fall and get a cut by his eye. He then
That's how he died?
He then strangled Lee with his bare hands and continued choking his chicken from behind. My whole
Maybe
story
that was their fantasy and they just went too far.
Yeah, he shoved that dingle dong down his throat. He couldn't breathe.
I think was that asphyxiation thing they do?
Yeah.
Erotic asphyxiation or something.
I think that's what got Robin Williams too. I don't think he meant to do it.
He then continued violent actions by grabbing hold of an extension cord before Merge was able to break free and try to crawl into the bedroom.
Yeah.
Instead
he
of
forgot
giving
to yell
up
pineapple.
pineapple juice. Instead of giving up, investigators allegedly grabbed hold of a pillow, placed it over his mouth, smothering him with his ball sack in his nose.
Yeah.
After Merge stopped fighting, Lee allegedly drug him into the bathroom.
It's called Arabian goggles, by the way.
Lee allegedly then went to a store, purchased 6 bags of ice, which he used in the bath where he temporarily stored Merge's body. After he had seemingly decided that keeping the body in the tub was not the best idea, no shit, he allegedly took the shells out the refrigerator and just stuffed them inside.
What is wrong with these people?
Like, just get inside the refrigerator.
Yeah.
I mean, it spoils. You need a freezer.
Jesus.
Refrigerator's not going to work. He said the shells were in the closet. They had fingerprints on them that belonged to Lee. The extension cord tested positive for DNA. He had been arrested for attempted carjacking.
That's circumstantial, though, because they live together. His fingerprints are going to be everywhere. A good defense attorney can kill that, but nothing, no...
Anyway, this dude killed his.
Does he look like the kind of motherfucker
lover
that could afford?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. A
high-end
public
attorney?
defender ain't ever going to say anything. I miss my calling. I should have been a lawyer.
This poor guy right here.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's what
let's get
happens.
to the comments.
Maybe you get that dingle dong shoved down your throat.
Aaron says that guy looks like he's suffering from something. Aaron said he looks like he has something,
Yeah, he's
some of that
suffering from something.
some of that squirrel DNA in him.
Well, the benefit is where he's going,
Sausage party.
there's going to be a lot of men that like.
Anastasia says it got the McRibs. And of course, Aaron said he forgot the safe word.
Forgot that safe word. Rumpelstiltskin. Rumpelstiltskin.
No, it's pineapple.
Pineapple juice.
Yeah.
No, it's just straight up pineapple because if you got a ball, never mind.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what's going on at your house there.
Yeah, that's this stuff. We're talking about Arabian goggles and Trojan helmets and
All right.
Green apple smoothies.
yeah.
On to a more serious
This pisses
story.
me the fuck off, and we've talked about it. I think, well, in the state of Florida, we have a projectile of a deadly missile law that, like, say I throw a rock at you, it's projectile of a deadly missile, which you could return fire on. But certain states, like for instance, San Francisco, don't have that.
You gotta throw it and go, deadly missile, bitch, as I'm throwing it.
But it is bullshit because these things are explosives. Make no mistake about it. If somebody threw a stick of dynamite at your ass, you're gonna die. You know, these are, if you get enough of them put together, they could be that powerful.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Video: 12 San Francisco police officers hurt by fireworks in bottles. When a dozen San Francisco police officers responded to a large mob and a fire, they were pelted with and injured by fireworks in glass bottles while trying to disperse the hostile crowd.
Would that be considered a bottle rocket?
No, they were throwing flat out bottles like beer bottles. But I seen one on TikTok where they took the mortar round and aimed it at the female police officer and it hit her dead in the chest and detonated. She went down.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I'd be flattening the crowd. Fuck that. A dozen officers were injured in California after fireworks and glass bottles were thrown at them, officials said. Well, I thought they legalized crime in California. Police responded to a call about a large crowd and fire after midnight on Tuesday, July 5th, at 24th and Harrison Street. A tweet from the San Francisco Police Department said the 12 officers were injured when police tried to disperse the hostile crowd.
only one good thing come out of San Francisco.
Dirty Harry.
Rice-A-Roni.
No,
Harry.
Rice-A-Roni is a San Francisco treat.
Right, man, you had rice-a-roni growing up?
Yeah. We must have been some of them $1 people.
Oh, you rich ass thing. God, I can't even believe we sitting here talking about
I know. I mean, I
Well,
was on that Rice-A-Roni.
Didn't me and you already have that conversation? How they call it San Francisco after a priest?
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to call it fucking something else.
Well, let's see if San Diego means a whale's vagina. San Francisco
Does it really?
means
Shithole.
yeah,
In a
prolapsed anus.
I figured that fireworks were just totally illegal in California altogether.
Nothing is illegal in California.
Well, that's true.
But do you have the video of the?
No, I did not get the video of that.
Gotcha. But yeah, there is a video online of the fireworks and shit. I don't even know what they were starting to fire up. Makes no
Pallets.
sense. No, I mean, like, why?
Because they're, I don't know, maybe it's their version of a bonfire. I mean,
In the middle of the street, yeah. That's.
That's
They were tired of stepping in human shit on the sidewalk.
Yep. You could pay
It was
me
a very
enough
big
money
fire.
to go to that shithole.
Well, you heard that they pay $80,000 a year to the guy that just walks down the road and sprays it with a hose.
That surprised me.
Wow. I mean, but it costs you that won't cover your rent.
Cover a small apartment.
What happened to your mic?
I don't know what happened to it.
It sounds better now
Of course it does.
because you messed it up. I mean, they could have just let them party. San Francisco.
Yeah.
Well, it's your turn next here, Doc, with the 2 Philadelphia officers that were hurt during 4th of July celebration.
I think they need to just shut all these celebrations down. I think we need to go on a complete lockdown, kind of reminiscent of 2020, except nobody can go out of their house. I think that's the way it needs to be.
Okay, hear me out. I know it doesn't look good, but you know what works, and other countries use it everywhere? Hitting people with fire hoses.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
It does work. It shuts the shit down.
And it gets the homeless people to stop stinking so bad.
Right. So you can wash the sidewalk off with the fire hose.
Tell you what else works too. High-powered rifles.
Well,
that shit works wonders.
But I'm just saying in a riot situation.
Hey, even a riot situation. I've been in a couple of those. They're not real fun.
No, they're not. And thank God I always carried Black Jesus with me.
That's right. 2 Philly officers shot and wounded at July the 4th fireworks celebration. 2 police officers were shot and injured in front of the Philadelphia Art Museum. Well, I can only imagine. While on duty at the city's Independence Day celebrations on Monday night. The incident caused stampedes of people, kind of like cattle and horses, watching fireworks on the Benjamin Franklin Parkway to flee what they believe was an active shooting. Investigators were still seeking to determine where the shots were fired from, how many were fired, and whether the shots were intentionally fired toward police. I'm going to go out on a limb.
Say yes.
And say yes. Or other officers were struck by stray gunfire. Police said no one else was shot. No arrests have been made. No suspects were in custody as of 12:30 a.m. Tuesday. Police Commissioner Danielle Outlaw. Okay. That's another issue that said at a news conference outside Thomas Jefferson. Whoa. Thomas Jefferson University Hospital?
Sounds racist.
What is this nonsense?
They didn't rename it.
Each officer suffered a graze wound, one to the forehead. The bullet was found in the police officer's hat. Jesus Christ. And one to the shoulder. Both were treated and released.
Yeah, I'd rather him shoot my hat than my head.
Yeah. Both were treated and released from Jefferson within about 2 hours after the shooting, which happened at 9:47 p.m. We're all just extremely grateful that this wasn't worse than it was, Outlaw said. Blah, blah, blah. It was harsh.
I wouldn't think a bullet wound is one of those in and out procedures.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Officers were standing in front of the art museum between the steps and Eakins Oval when they were shot, according. How did these people report that it was just random when the 2 officers were the only people that were shot?
Yeah, the rounds came from the crowd.
They know somebody knows who did it. You can bet on that shit.
They ain't gonna say nothing. They're gonna free my boy. He ain't do nothing.
Yeah, the fireworks show had just begun, and then reports of a shooting spread through the crowd, and people began running down the parkway trying to flee.
But I know, Iceman, you ever work nights on like January 1st or the 4th of July?
I used to back in the day.
Yeah, buddy.
What's your favorite game to play? Firework or gunshots?
Well, you can tell the difference.
I know. We used to have that shit down in the city because all the walls and everything are all the high rises.
Yeah.
It would echo between the buildings and shit, and you'd never know where it's coming from.
Well, we were very rural back then, so
a police officer told people to run. What world are we living in? Oh my gosh.
Run, motherfucker!
Yeah.
Well, they called and Precious hung up on them.
Police presence had been robust on the parkway on Monday, and of course the police chief Danielle said Monday had been an otherwise really great day.
Besides the 2 officers got shot.
Did I see something that these people in one of these cities were talking about? Fuck the 4th. They had these flyers that were out. It was like,
I might have seen something on it.
I want to say. Anyway, I digress. We have to come to grips with what this country is about right now. We had a beautiful day out there today, except for some nitwit who has a gun and probably shouldn't have had it. So, why am I reading this stuff? I read this and I just get the red ass. One of the officers was a Philadelphia Police Department highway patrol officer. He suffered a graze wound to his forehead. The other officer hit by gunfire was assigned to the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office bomb squad. So both
Thank God. These motherfuckers can't aim for shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said before, working over in Baton Rouge, that if we had criminals that actually could shoot, our death toll would be around 1,800 every year. So.
Oh yeah, it would be higher.
Yeah.
All over.
So anyway, the bystanders were shaken. The police officers are okay, thank God. And Danielle is still blaming the gun. So okay.
The gun did it. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Gun's fault.
Yeah.
Let's go into another one that's interesting here. This is
I assume it's yours because it didn't have a name near it.
But we do
It
believe
does.
Primo
Hold
pre-planned
Of course,
this
it's a
attack.
video.
Of course it is. I like videos.
Yeah, on your turn.
The sheriff of Addison County, Vermont, still on the job tonight, but with restrictions after he spent the afternoon in court.
He's facing several charges, including sexual assault. NBC5's Carolyn Sistran is in Middlebury with what we know tonight. Carolyn?
Addison County Sheriff Peter Newton was able to walk out of court today. The sexual assault allegations listed in this affidavit, but we've decided not to share the details of each of the counts with you to protect the identity of the victim. Walking into a Burlington courtroom, handcuffed on Tuesday, Addison County Sheriff Peter Newton arraigned on 4 counts, including 2 sexual assault charges. The 50-year-old has been under investigation for months, stemming from alleged incidents that happened back in February.
No, satisfied Judge Pat, I think, deliberated and made appropriate decisions to help assure public safety and the safety of the victim in this matter.
The state requesting conditions that he not leave Vermont due to the nature of the charges. Newton has also been told to stay at least 300 feet away from the victim and not perform any law enforcement duties. The sheriff, however, still has his job, but will be limited.
That's the intention here to make these direct law enforcement activity.
Not sure.
That could compromise his own case.
In custody, Addison County High Bailiff Dave Silber.
Anyway,
The sheriff.
I don't know why the audio messed up on there. He got arrested, and on the video, they asked him. They told him everybody's like wanting him to resign or whatever, and he's like, "Nope, still the sheriff," because they can't fire him.
Yeah.
He's an elected official. They'll have to impeach him or do a recall or
Couldn't
something.
the marshals come in, though? U.S. Marshals come in?
Yeah, they're the only people that can arrest the sitting president, so I would assume that
Yeah, I
they
think
can
they're the only
arrest the
ones
sheriff.
that can do that.
But they didn't arrest him for these crimes.
But I think he would have to commit something more atrocious than that. Like, you have to actually go against certain things, like the Constitution.
Probably had to be some kind of federal offense for
Right.
the feds to step in.
Yeah, maybe so.
I mean, sexual assault's bad, but I'm pretty sure he has to do some kind of.
Yeah, I guess if they stepped in, it would have to be federal. Money laundering, of course, the FBI would get in on that.
So I don't know. But he's like, nope,
Still the sheriff.
still the sheriff.
Yep. At least for a couple more years.
Yeah, 'cause it's not going to go to trial anytime soon.
No.
So,
Wow.
and what do they say? You hear it on TV all the time. Well, he's innocent until proven guilty, right? I mean, I'm not taking up for this man. Because if he did it, he did it. He needs to go to jail. But
How old was the girl? Like, did he grope him or did he actually rape somebody?
it says sexual assault, so.
Probably
Yeah, but I mean, if you walk up to me and tink me in the balls, technically that's a single, it's sexual assault.
Yeah, you're right, Dan. At least they didn't wait 10 years or, like Bill Cosby thing. I mean, shit.
or some other stuff.
I mean, 10 years, we're going to wait. And I just wanted to wait. I just thought that was kind of funny that he just basically, he waves at the camera and is like, hey, fuck y'all.
Yep.
Ain't going nowhere. Yeah.
The story's
This is
going to
such
come out.
Bullshit. Fucking bullshit, all this is. TikTok star arrested for flashing little boys during live stream. And my videos get taken down for adult content. Motherfucker. Troup County, Georgia, a popular 30-year-old TikTok influencer was arrested for child exploitation after she posted a video of herself exposing her breasts to 2 juvenile boys. No. That's okay. Them boys have cell phones. They could just as easily go to Pornhub. You gonna arrest them all? Like, what the fuck? The troop, and why is your children on TikTok? You're not supposed to even be on there unless you're over the age of 18.
No, I think she did it in person in a swimming pool.
Oh, shit. The
She's
Troop
like-
County Sheriff's Office said the incident occurred when Kylie Strickland was at home in Pike County earlier this month. Although the allegations were initially reported to authorities and Troop, the LaGrange Daily News reported, "Are y'all having fun? Are y'all having fun?" Strickland asked in the video as she stood waist deep in a swimming pool and pushed the head of two little boys together in front of the camera. What? Fun enough to see titties. One of the boys replied in the video.
Titties. I like titties.
You want to see titties? Strickland asked. Bottles up. She looked at her phone in the video to make sure somebody named Michael wasn't watching her live stream. Well, Michael fucking knows now. Then she backed up so that her entire upper body was visible to her audience, including the children who were with her in the swimming pool. All right, you ready? She asked. Little boys began cheering for her. Was when Strickland did her. Is he out shot?
Nah, something's.
Test.
I can hear you. It's just weird sounding. Try it now.
Strickland lifted up her pink tank top and exposed her breasts for a second before pulling her shirt back down and plunging under the water, the video showed. When people watching the popular TikTok influencer's live stream posted negative comments about what she had just done, Strickland defended herself. Well, I mean, I'm all for. You know, look, let me tell you, if a man can walk around in his yard and mow the grass, I think a woman should be able to do so without a t-shirt.
And what's the difference?
Right. I mean, I've met
no.
some guys that have bigger titties than most women.
So she didn't show her poo nanny.
No, just her tits.
And
Showed
then
her
bend
tits.
over and spread her butthole.
And she didn't say come motorboating them and, try to suffocate them.
That's what I was afraid of when she grabbed their heads. I was like, oh, fuck.
They show that shit on Netflix.
Well, you can watch women breastfeeding their children on TikTok. They do
That
it all
shit
the
pisses
time
me off.
with their whole nipples and shit showing. They do that to get views, knowing because they're not going to pull them off because they're feeding their children.
Get this shit. Listen to the charges. Strickland was arrested on computer or electronic pornography and child exploitation charges.
Oh my gosh.
She is now the charge is a felony in Georgia. Wow. So she's going to be a sexual predator now for the rest of her life.
But Maxwell is still alive and well, and all of her clients and that came and raped kids.
And you know how you could tell that Donald Trump's name isn't on that list?
Oh, they'd be all over it.
Yep. They would have released that shit immediately.
They'd be all over it.
Guarantee you they got somebody named
Kill
William
Blinton.
on there.
Kill Blinton.
Yeah, William.
Old Tricky Dick.
You know Bill Clinton's on there.
So, but anyway, that's pictures of her up there. This is her fixed up. This is her arrest photo. Amazing what makeup does. A little photoshopping.
I'm not saying what she did was right, but at the same time, holy fuck, that's extreme to charge her with that.
Hang on.
With
hang on.
felonies over titties.
What did the titties look like?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm sure you could find the
If
video.
you know what? If you're 15 years old, no, I'm sure that video is taken down because that video is considered kiddie porn, with the kids in it. When I was 15 years old, any titties, I want to see any titties. I'm like Ron White. You want to see my titties? Mm-hmm, sure do. Yep. You roll them back up.
Grandma titties.
Firm titties, pancake titties, titties dragging the floor.
Yeah.
I'd even take back fat titties.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, hell, it didn't matter.
Man, we had an English teacher in high school, and I'm not going to say her name.
English teacher I remember was from junior high with her. Camel toe. No, I mean we got That's why I don't speak real good now in English.
Because I was looking at titties and
Anastasia
camel toes.
says nobody's got as good as tits and nipples as Freebirds.
That's true. Maybe Anastasia.
Anastasia might have those.
All right.
So anyway,
Let's
let's.
got some pretty good looking titties.
Well, you just keep your titties where they at. Now, this next one's me. This man right here. I am free. I am free, this man says. Free at last.
Thank God Almighty, free at last.
I forgot to put that story down, didn't I? Actually, the next story's yours. Totally forgot to write it down.
Oh.
It's about some cops that got arrested.
2 deputies in Louisiana arrested, accused of bringing drugs into jail.
No.
More arrests expected.
The drama.
Evangeline Parish, Louisiana. 2 Evangeline Parish Sheriff's Office, EPSO deputies, have been arrested in the midst of an ongoing investigation into drugs and contraband being brought into the parish jail. More arrests are expected. Haddon Quibido, 18 of Ville Platte, and Martin Richard, it may say Richard, but it's a Richard, 24 of Opelousas, were both arrested for malfeasance in office, abuse of office, taking contraband into a penal facility, and criminal conspiracy.
People never bring contraband in penises, okay?
Never. No contraband in the penis. Yeah. In May, investigators with the EPSO opened an investigation in reference to drugs and contraband being brought into jail. Investigators discovered that multiple EPSO deputies were utilizing outside contacts to deliver those items to the outside grounds of the jail during the nighttime and early morning hours. The items were later brought to correction deputies. Multiple cell phones were confiscated from inside jail for investigation. Through those, investigators were able to link jail deputies with being involved in orchestrating multiple transactions with inmates and providing them with drugs and other items considered to be contraband. The investigation is still pending, and more arrests are to come.
I will never understand how hard up you must be for money if you fucking put your, not just your career, but your freedom on the line. How much is these inmates giving? You can't be a whole lot.
Yeah.
Couple hundred. I mean,
even if they,
it's just I don't know the mindset of doing that.
Even if they're rubbing your cock and balls, it still ain't worth that.
No, it's like I don't understand that. Now they're inmates with them.
Yeah.
Just dumbass, and they're a criminal that's in jail.
Yeah.
So obviously they're not a smart criminal. They wouldn't be in jail.
We don't catch the smart ones.
No. So I don't understand people. They should have never been cops anyway. Should have never been cops.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say corrections officers or cops. I'm not demeaning their job in any form or fashion, but it's different than.
Well, I'm not talking about state correction. I'm talking about a lot of deputies that work in correction in a lot of departments still have arrest powers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, some of them are actually post-certified. So, it's just I just don't understand. They still got to take a lot of the same tests and hiring procedures that a road deputy does. Maybe not the whole physical fitness part of it, but
yeah, I think it was like 4 months, not 9 down here.
So, just if you work in a correctional facility, don't let these dirtbags trick you into bringing something in. It always starts at something little.
Yep. Once they get you hooked.
Mailing a letter for them,
or
freaking a cigarette. It starts with something little.
And the next thing you know,
just drop this letter off at the local Stop and Rob to my mom. It's real important. Yeah. It starts at something little and it gets to something bigger. They ought to be teaching. They taught that when I went to correctional school.
Me too.
Because these inmates, all they got to do 24 hours a day is to plot and scheme and everything else.
Figure out how they're going to jack you over.
Yeah.
Yep.
This next one is I'm free. I'm free at last. Free at last.
Yes, Lord.
Out of New York, New York. Probably going to slaughter this man's last name. Thomas Gambillard. Did you?
Let me pull it up.
Gambillardi Day or Lay? I don't know how to say it. Looks Italian or something.
Well, it's New York.
Thomas Gambardella.
Gambardella.
Yeah.
Recently submitted his paperwork to officially retire from the New York Police Department, where he had worked for the last 20 years. The 41-year-old Staten Island resident was a decorated officer, according to the New York Post. When his retirement came official, he posted a comment on Facebook. He said, "I never posted work pictures or work posts. A chunk of you all probably didn't even know that I worked for NYPD. But I'm officially, well, I don't think they wear their uniforms home or nothing like that. They have to change at the stations.
Yeah, they don't have pool. They all have pool units. And stuff.
Yeah, but I think they have lockers. They don't wear their uniforms home.
Yeah.
But I'm officially retired today from this sorry excuse for a shit job. Thank God. I'm free at last. Not my problem anymore. I loved everyone I worked with and some of the people I worked for. But this job is no one's fucking friend. Time to live free. I'll see all of you out there." The post was accompanied by multiple photos, one of which included the divorced father of 3 wearing a Let's Go Brandon shirt.
I like him already.
And this picture here.
I really hope he did the paperwork for his pension prior to doing this.
Him giving a fucking bird to some statue right there. Giving a middle finger to the memorial at the NYPD headquarters.
I love it.
The 2006 NYPD Officer of the Year spoke with the Post, telling him he loved the job when he started, but the gig turned to shit due to the city's soft on-crime policies. The now retired detective, whose Facebook profile states that he is a patriot, conservative Christian, and that he retired from the worst job in the world, did not hold back sharing his thoughts.
I think he would like to come on this show.
"I was a true believer," he said. "I wasn't a bag of shit. I worked for some intricate details. I gave a lot of my blood, sweat, and tears, but no more. It's the worst fucking job in the world. They own you. They're not your friends. All that talk about the Big Blue family, they don't care if I died tomorrow. They wouldn't give a shit. If I needed something, of course, if I needed something, it ain't going to happen. I'm just better off saying a prayer." He pointed to the increased hostility towards police, calls to defund limitation on what cops could and couldn't do, accompanied by the liberal policy making as reasons for his attitude change. Crime is soaring and cops are leaving in droves, he told the Post. Anybody can see that. All this liberalism is obviously a failure, but this is what they wanted. It's a stupid experiment, and it's the people who will pay in the end. Oh, preach it, brother. I mean,
absolutely.
While some have applauded his statements, others have taken issue with them, as well as the photo he posted. The majority of officers who retire are proud of their careers and their service with the NYPD. A high-ranking police source told, it's a paper jockey in the office.
Yeah, high-ranking.
The statue he is flipping off depicts a police officer watching over a child of a fallen officer. Some officer purchased miniature statues. "I have a disease," he said. "It's called diarrhea of the mouth. People who know me know I'm like this. I don't cower down. I have that kind of problem."
Yeah, but not sure why he'd flip off the memorial.
I don't think he's probably flipping off more towards the authority of not the thing that it stands for.
Yeah.
But anyway, I've said in past episodes, I've talked about keep friends outside of the job or some other friends because once you leave the job, a lot of people are going to forget who you are.
You know how many of my old partners I talked to?
I talked to 2.
1. Literally every one of them The only way they contact me is if they need something like me to do their taxes and shit. Then it's once a year.
It's like me and Holster. We're friends, but we never worked together. We became friends because when we were playing PlayStation, we were both cops at the time.
And it just happened. He was talking, and I'm like, "What the fuck? You got a police radio?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm a police officer." And I'm like, "Well, what the fuck? So am I." Yep, that's how it started.
That says she's right that women should not have to wear shirts in their own yard. This man right here, I've known him since we were
ninth grade.
Yeah, I was like 14, 15. I couldn't even drive yet.
Yep.
So he just happened to become a cop, and he's not even one anymore. I'm just saying, I tell everybody, you hear the thin blue line thing. It sounds great. It looks
And when
good.
you're on the job, some of it actually does, but the minute you hand in your shield,
yeah, that's a wrap.
That shit goes out the window. You stop being one of them.
Yep.
I got a good buddy of mine. I call him Ticketmaster. I mean, if I'd ever get him on, he's retired. And he'd come in and tell you that there's like, I think 2 or 3 of us that still talk to him. I actually call and check, and he'll call me. There's only, out of all the people, don't let this job run your life, because I'm telling you, it will.
I remember when I had my mild heart attack, nobody, like, even where I was working, save 2 people in my office, came and checked on me, or, it was like, and that's the way the job is. I mean, for yourself, they just, you're a number, and when you go, they pull your badge, and somebody else gets your computer number and your unit number and all that.
They recycle everything.
They just go on to the next one. So, and when I say they, I say the administration point.
Yeah,
and that's the way it has to be. It really does.
I'm not down in the job, but don't fall into the hype. Okay, you'll make some good friends. Okay, I still got some good friends. I'm just saying, you just transfer from one department to another. Like, you go from motors to, let's say, a detective.
Yeah.
I had an old partner of mine. I don't even know what he does anymore, but when he went out of motors and detective, we speak every day. We knew everything about each other's lives.
Well, it's like, I've talked to other law enforcement officers up there, and everybody seems to know who you are.
But it's just like,
you're so damn active.
But it's just like, just keep other friends. Don't make the job your entire life.
Yeah, you can.
You can't do it.
And I love the job. The job was amazing. Right up until about last year and a half, 2 years, it was just, there's a few things that happened, and you and I talked about this. It was like, there's no way in hell I can go to 55 or 58 on it. It's just no way.
Down here, it was the same time at like Trayvon Martin and Obama and all that crap, and the light switch, it hit, and suddenly it was every time you pulled somebody over, "You gonna kill me?" I'm like, the dude wasn't even a cop. Makes no sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's get off this topic. And for some reason,
let's get into an orgy.
I skipped over you for some reason, but you got the next one.
Colossal brawl involving 40 to 60 people ignited inside of a Carnival cruise ship nightclub.
I found videos all over YouTube. It wouldn't let me rip it for some reason.
Threesome video?
No.
What kind of demographic is that? I'm kind of looking at that.
Over a threesome involving passengers and their upset spouses. Oh shit, they didn't have a threesome with their spouse, they had a threesome with random people.
Obviously 60-something people would be like an orgy or a gangbang, wouldn't it?
But the Carnival Magic was just off New York Harbor, that's the problem. Wrapping up an 8-day Caribbean cruise early Tuesday when a melee ensued after 2 people started fighting on the dance floor. An eyewitness shared video of the brawl that she claimed started over an alleged cheater who took part in a threesome. Doing that again?
I don't know what the problem is.
Dial it back. You still hear me?
Yeah.
Teresa James, a travel agent, and a passenger on the cruise ship witnessed a brawl from her door. She said it started just before 2 a.m. on the ship's 5th floor where the dance club and casinos were located. I want to know why 60 to 80 people were beating the shit out of each other if only like 3 of them are cheating.
Well, probably because Ray Ray and Nook Nook kicked it off.
So I don't know. To me,
It
it
lasted
says
about an hour and a half, and I do know that the Coast Guard got called in. The ruckus lasted an hour and spilled down into the first floor where security personnel were outnumbered and estimated 60 people said to be involved. James thanks Carnival Security for working to end the madness. She described the culprits as ignorant fools acting stupid on the last day of vacation. One witness tweeting under the handle, whatever, recalled being at the bar, listening to my own music, sipping a Shirley Temple. Then the brawl broke out of nowhere. He claimed some of the passengers were left injured and cut up from the glass, and most of the ship's security was called to restore the day. See, online it actually says the United States Coast Guard had to go out there, and there is currently some interesting investigations going on because they say that the ship might have actually been in international waters, which means nobody would face charges.
Yeah, because there's no real law out.
Right. So that's the problem is they got to figure out if they did that, because there is certain things like maritime law, but yeah.
Well, JoJo said she was glad to see you back, and yeah, it does sound like loose wire. Look, I built a new table and I was running wires today, so that might be an issue. I'll have to figure it out as I go. I don't know. Point is if you're gonna just don't have a threesome without talking to your spouse, I guess, about it.
Or if you're gonna have a threesome, don't talk to your spouse about it. If she's not involved or he's not involved, keep that shit to yourself.
That's what struck me. I'm like, why is there 60 people? Did all 60 fuck this 3 people?
Oh, and thank you, JoJo. I appreciate it.
I should have gave Holster this because he would have never pronounced this. Do you see the next story?
The change of Pahoa?
No, it's not there.
Juvenile during after-school tutoring?
Yeah, but what's the name of that? The
Hang on.
I want to hear this.
Hang on, you fuckers. During after-school tutoring, Louisiana. What, Lake Charles?
No, keep going.
Calcasieu?
Hey,
damn, he got it right.
Go ahead.
Did I really?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, go ahead, Doc.
Sounds like a fucking sneeze.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Calcasieu Parish Sheriff's Office reported on June 21st, 2022, that on March 29th, 2022, the CPSO received a complaint about a local high school teacher, Alan B. Million, 40, of Sulphur, Louisiana, inappropriately touching a student during after-school tutoring on October 2021. The victim also informed detectives that he was discussing sex with her. After further investigation, Judge Robert Wyatt signed a $25,000 arrest warrant for Million on June 16th. On June 20th, he was arrested and booked into the Calcasieu Correctional Center on charges of indecent behavior with the juvenile. Later that day, he was released on bond. Detective Alexander Vincent of the Calcasieu Parish Sheriff's Office is the case's lead investigator. An arrest warrant is an indication that probable cause exists to believe the subject was involved in the offense alleged. A person's innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in a court of law.
Must be a new thing.
Yeah.
I don't understand these teachers that,
Where were they at, man?
Let me tell you what. If you're a teacher, or if you're a grown person, period, and they start talking about sex, either change that conversation or get up and get out that room quickly.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Only thing I remember, I had 1 or 2 fine teachers in high school, and the teachers that I remember, like Coach Whittington, with all of his shit packed to one side, and he's like 68 years old, walking around, got elephantitis of the nuts, you know.
In them coaches shorts.
In them coaches shorts, yeah. And then the other one that taught world geography or whatever, I probably shouldn't be naming names, but Coach Whittington's passed away. But the other one, the same way, you know, Whittington's is going to one side, this Yahoo's, his is going to the other side, you know.
You think they coordinated that?
Man.
I'm going to left today, you got to go right.
Yeah, walking around and, golly.
Coaches shorts. I mean, they should outlaw those.
He wore them black Converse with the white socks pulled up over his calves. Gee whiz.
So bad.
Still remember that shit.
I think I forgot to put the picture up. Yeah, I did. I had a picture of this next one. This next one is going to be hero of the episode. How's that? This is about a 16-year-old boy who rushed into the water and rescued 3 girls who drove into Pascagoula River. Should have let you try to say that one.
Well, it's got Pasco in it, so.
And he helped a Moss Point police officer who swam out but began to struggle. I don't know if y'all be able to see it. This fella right up here, right there. That's him. I had the picture. I forgot to put it up. A 16-year-old jumped through the river in Mississippi to save 3 teenage girls and a police officer from drowning after a car drove off a boat launch, according to the media. Corin Evans rushed into the water after the vehicle with 3 girls inside drove into the river in Moss Point. It started sinking about 20 feet from the shore.
Damn.
He also helped save a Moss Point police officer who swam out to help and started to struggle in the water, too.
Have you ever had to do
this
that?
Was July 3rd, no. But if I do, I'm going to come out that duty belt and boots real quick, though. You don't go in with a 30-pound weight around your waist and in boots that's going to get soggy and weigh you down.
Yeah, I almost got myself fucked up one time doing that because a guy drove off a pier. Yeah, it was a pursuit because he was in a stolen car. But he didn't know the road ended. It was an apartment complex, and it looked like the road went across to the other side. That sumbitch launched and just landed. And, of course, I'm out there with my mag light in one hand and my Glock in the other, and I didn't take my belt off. But, yeah, it's intense when you got all that damn gear.
Moss Point's about 28 miles east of Biloxi. They called the boy's actions heroic and said his courage did not go unnoticed, which is true. A lot of people's going to stand there and gawk.
Or record
Or they're going to pull their phone out and try to go viral making a video. The boy, you know, jumped in, didn't think about, gave 2 shits about his own life. Yep. Went in and saved all 3 people, including the cop. So he's 4 people. So he's definitely a hero. Good young man there. Hopefully he keeps it up. Because like I said, most people nowadays are just going to.
You're saving the hero of the week, right?
I hadn't. I can't.
Because we've had a couple good ones. And let me know when the stories are over so I can read my story, which will inevitably be the hot net story.
Well, the stories are over. You can read your story.
Did you read it?
Nope. I've been a little busy.
Burglar sues homeowner after being raped by German Shepherds while stuck in the house's pet door. A young home invader arrested after calling the police himself to report he was being raped by his victim's dogs. He has filed a $850,000 lawsuit against his victims, alleging physical and psychological trauma. 23-year-old Jonas Carlson attempted to break into a Baton Rouge residence on February 26th by going through the resident's pet door. Bad plan, worst execution. Unfortunately for him, things didn't work out exactly as planned, and he got seriously stuck in the small entrance designed for dogs, and things only got worse from there. According to the versions of events he presented in his lawsuit, the 2 German Shepherds in the yard took advantage of his vulnerable positions to tear his pants apart with their teeth and take turns raping him repeatedly.
Yes.
Mr. Carlson claims the savage assault lasted more than an hour and a half, non-stop, before he called the police. Why did it take that long, bro? to turn himself in 45 more minutes before the police arrived. Excessive force or deserved punishment. His lawyer, Miss Anna Sheridan, says her client was seriously traumatized by the events and that the residence owner, 93-year-old widow Thelma Matthews, is responsible for her dog's behavior. The law is clear that guard dogs are permitted to use reasonable force to neutralize an intruder. Raping an unarmed man for hours isn't reasonable force. Oh, God.
You sure this is true?
No, it's fucking true, dude.
Because I live in Louisiana. I ain't heard this story.
Oh, God. But you got to imagine, I mean, you guys had the one guy jumped over the fence and was raping the dog. Well, I guess these dogs heard that story and said, "Not today, bitch."
Well, that's what Dan said. It got around after that last guy was trying to rape them dogs. And
Miss Matthews, on the other hand, claims her dog's never sexually assaulted anyone before and says she doesn't intend to pay a damn dime to that little bastard. The little jerk tried to rob me, a little old lonely lady, and got roughed a bit by two good protective dogs. He deserved it, while I did nothing to cause any of this. Oh, wow.
Well,
I wonder if you can train them to do that.
I don't know. What happened was them dogs been on Pornhub too much, and they've been watching all them stupid videos like, oh, look, stepmom stuck in the dryer.
Yeah.
Oh, look, their hand is stuck in the couch. Let me rape them because they can't get out. Stuff like that. Yeah. The dog's like,
oh, no. They're like,
no, you know damn well that old lady showed them German Shepherds the video of that guy in Louisiana raping them German Shepherds and goes, don't let this happen to you. So when they seen it, they fucking turned it around on him.
Them dogs looked at him and looked at each other and said, yeah, we're going to fuck him up.
I'm putting this red rocket up in there, son. I'm fixing to break that down like a shotgun.
Oh, God.
I want them to take that to court. Because if I was on that jury, I'd be sitting there like, yeah, you got raped by a dog.
And you told people about it?
I think we need to give some money to the dogs for making themselves gay now.
I wonder if you can train them to do that.
The fucking doc's over here just trying to figure out how to train his dog to rape people and break in.
That would be awesome.
It's like, like I'm selling these dogs. These dogs won't bite you.
They won't bite you.
But they'll fuck the shit out of you. These are them rapist dogs.
They'll bust that asshole open up.
It's like, you come to my house, you better bring your rape whistle with you.
Yeah. Or put that red rocket right in your nose hole.
He must have had a hairy ass.
When I read that earlier, I was like, oh, I sent it to you. I figured you read it. They actually have a picture.
Let's do it. Let me hear him. I'm going to check something. I don't know why it's doing that.
See if you can see that.
So, everybody can go ahead. I can't see it. It's just.
That's the guy. This is a rest photo.
Oh, look at him. Yeah, I guess he is. He looked like he got raped by a dog.
And that's the boys right next to him.
Is it me or you?
It's got to be you. Nothing on my end ever changes.
Those wires may be too tight going in that hole right there and causing it.
I may get feedback or something. I'll have to look at it later. Anyway, y'all go ahead and start voting on the hot nut story.
The dogs that raped the kid.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's going to win it, but
that's why I said I had to read it.
I'm going to have to fact check you on that one there. Dogs. Oh, I'm pretty sure that one's going to win, but we're going to vote anyway.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think we're gonna give it to the dogs. The hot nuts is going to the dogs.
Yeah, it's on World News Daily, and Reddit's spreading it around.
So.
Happened in Baton Rouge. I figured it would have popped up on your end.
Yeah, it didn't. Yeah, it's going to the dogs.
Yeah, it's on.
Hot nuts!
definitely got some hot nuts if you got raped by 2 dogs.
Yeah,
That was a true threesome.
that's a threesome right there.
That they had a true threesome. I bet you that dude, every time he sees a dog now, he just tightens his butt cheeks.
You would think it would really tear him up.
Oh, they tore his ass up.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Dumbass motherfucker.
If I was that ignorant, stupid to do that, I would not tell a soul.
Yeah, well, he had to call the cops.
That I had 2 German Shepherds
Running a train on it.
Yeah.
What, could you imagine if the homeowner came home and there was a kid stuck in the fucking thing and he was getting raped?
Yeah.
To just have some hot dog.
Who leaves their fucking dogs just out back?
Right.
Well, a lot of people they had a dog door, so the dogs probably went in and out as they pleased.
They were going in and out of his asshole as they please. That's for sure.
It says hot outside. You got us stuck now. We can't go inside.
I wonder if you could train them to do that.
He's gonna.
Bro, do you realize the market?
What for training dog rapists?
No. Let's get police dogs out there instead of fucking chewing your leg off.
Yeah.
Well, Your Honor, I was running and the dog tripped me and took me from the behind.
Yeah. And then when I turned over, he shoved it in my mouth.
It said, it went, read it, Rich.
Oh God.
He bit me on my back and just kept pounding it in my mouth. Ugh.
And the cop was hollering, yeah, you thought you were stealing the ATM. You getting some ATM now.
Yeah.
Lucky it was just German Shepherds and not Great Danes.
Yeah.
I'm not resisting. This ain't got jack shit to do about resisting, homie.
Wait till I finish and pee on you.
Yeah.
Next time, I bet you won't run.
This don't have nothing to do with resisting, baby.
All right, everybody. We've had some fun. We had some good stories, bad stories. Oh,
shit.
Y'all come back.
Louisiana.
Yeah.
Shit.
Come back Saturday. We'll definitely do the Liberty Freedom Whiskey because we didn't do it this past week because I was sick. And
Got a lot of shit to catch up on.
yeah, got a whole bunch of talking to do. So be safe. Watch your back. Watch your partner's back. Remember to smile because Iceman can always be behind you.
Later, everybody.